don't remember how to intro my videos.
What's going on, guys? It's Skylander Dude back here with another video.
What's going on, guys? It's the Skylander Dude back here with another video. Alright, so it's actually the third and final episode of Skylanders Hunting in 2020. With that, spoiler alert, I don't have every Skylander yet, but I'm still working on it. I'm going to continue this series in 2021. I'm not going to make any excuses. I just didn't make much content this year for this channel. But with that, I'm sure you guys already know how this series works. If you don't, I buy Skylanders. Thank you for watching. Alright, let's begin. So this first image here is actually from Facebook Marketplace. It was a listing and the seller had it as $1 per figure. So I sent her back these images circling the ones that I wanted, and I couldn't even believe $1 per figure. That's insane. You never see that almost anywhere. So that was an insane deal that I got there. Only a few figures, but she was nice enough to meet up for just those 3. Next up is this purple lightning rod I found off Mercari. You can see 37, it was actually listed for 60, and we went back and forth with different offers. Normally I would not put this in there as it's not a part of my quote-unquote collection, but I wanted to include it. There's a few other rare variants that I got in this episode that I figured I'd include anyways instead of making a separate video for them. 37 is probably the cheapest I've ever even seen one sold for, so that was a really good deal that I got from Mercari on that lightning rod. Next here is a collage of different eBay listings that I purchased. The first one is that Egg Bomber Airstrike out of box for 20. Not a bad deal at all, I don't think. A little bit higher than what it retailed as, but I still think it's a pretty good deal nowadays. Next up is that Lightcore Star Strike. Pay attention. The image is a Lightcore Star Strike, and it is described as a Lightcore Star Strike. That's going to be important later, trust me. In the bottom corner there, we got the Strata book. Also would not normally include this in one of these episodes, but I figure I include it anyways. 30 was not that bad of a price for it. I've seen it sold for much higher. And last there is the Golden Flame Slinger Series 2 for $9.70, which I don't think that's a bad price at all. Shipping, I think it was like $5 shipping, so it wasn't that bad of a deal overall for that chase variant. Again, wouldn't normally throw it in here because it's not a part of the collection, but I wasn't going to make a separate video, so it's in here anyways. And then we got another eBay listing that I normally would not throw into this episode, but it's here anyways. It's a prototype Ember, a really cool find for $17 considering there's a very limited amount of prototypes in general. I think 17, it's a little bit kind of over. It's got no chips, so you can decide for yourself if it's overpriced or not. I think it's a really good deal though for a prototype. All right, now this next one here might just seem like a random lot offer up, but I want you to look right below that eruptor in the top corner. That right there is a clear hot dog. Yeah, so I immediately messaged the seller because they also had a Lightcore Tornado in there, which I didn't have, so that was kind of funny getting 2 birds with 1 stone. But that was, you'd be surprised how many people don't know they have a chase variant. So that's a big thing. If you guys are looking for a chase variant, check these apps, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, because some people sell them in their lots of figures. And just double check, see if there are any rare variants like that. I got pretty lucky with that one. Now another screen cap of a eBay listing. These aren't really going in any order, but I got a Flock Stump Smash 22 plus shipping. Not that bad of a deal considering I've seen some sell for 40 brand new in the box, so pretty good deal with that one there. Lastly here I have some screen recordings of a eBay auction for a few figures. Got this Frino here. It was $1 with $2 shipping, $3 overall, not that bad. So I didn't want to go much higher, but I still wanted to win the bidding war, so I bid $1.55, sent it at the last second, and I actually was the highest bidder, and I won it. And then this last one here, you can see there's still 40 minutes left in the auction, but it wasn't going to be around for when it was going to end, so I just bid $1 and hope for the best, and I actually did win that figure. We got our $35 box of figures from OfferUp, which only had 2 figures I was missing. One, actually going to be a part of my collection. The other is obviously the chase variant that is just notably a really good deal not to pass up. Now, if you know me, then you know that I have all my chase variants in their original boxes, and I would love to collect everything I can in their boxes. So it would be great if only I had an empty Firebone hot dog box that I could put this fire... Aw, sick. Going to very carefully squeeze the Firebone hot dog into the box without ruining anything here. Popped in there nicely. Didn't bend any of the paper on the outside. I'll just squeeze this back in his box. And there we go. Fits nicely in the box. It's a little loose because this is actually how the box was. The glue was missing there, or it wasn't sticking to the plastic. So I'll probably just put a little bit of clear glue there. And there we go. Got the Chase variant back in its box. Next up is gonna be another figure for the collection. By the size of this package, I can see that it's gonna be the Light Course Star Strike, which I probably paid a bit more than what I would have preferred, but it's all right. $4 isn't horrible. All right. Oh, what? Oh, this is this is not Light Course Star Strike. This is the Gold Flame Slinger. Besides the weird bump on the bottom of the box there, this is in pristine condition, and also paid a pretty good price for this. I believe it was like $14 after shipping and stuff, which isn't bad for this figure at all. The bottom of the box is not a big deal because it'll be sitting on the bottom anyways. You won't even see it when it's on display. But yeah, another Chase variant, which I didn't plan on just collecting Chase variants in this series, but I figured since they're a part of the Skylanders hunting anyways, I might as well just throw them in. Alright, this should be the Light Course Star Strike. But yeah, like I said, $4, not the worst, not the best. Sometimes it'll be like that. Alright, please be Light Course Star Strike this time. Oh yeah, it is. Oh no. Oh no, I can see it through the... Oh jeez. I can see it through the bubble wrap. It's not. It's regular Star Strike. Unfortunately, I do have regular Star Strike, which means I'm going to have to message the seller and see why he might have just mistakenly... He might have had both and mistakenly threw regular Star Strike in instead of Light Course Star Strike. I had a feeling this would happen one day. Alright, hopefully I can switch that out with the seller. But in the meantime, we'll move on to the next package. Update, I got a refund. The seller didn't mean to throw it in, and he didn't have the Light Course Star Strike, so. Seems this episode is just filled with a bunch of items that weren't intended to complete my collection. But because they're Skylanders related, and I'm not going to make a separate video just for them, we'll put it in here anyways. But this is the $33 employee exclusive Strata art book. And I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't know if I can show what's inside this book. I know there's a few images of what's inside of here online. So if you're curious, go ahead and look that up. Wow, this back has a lot of scratches on it. That's alright, it's the back. But yeah, I don't know if I'm even allowed to show what's inside this book. So like I said, if you're curious, it's a lot of prototype concept art. You can look some of the pages up online. There are some on Google. I don't believe the whole book is though. But it is something I've always wanted for the collection, and I'm glad I can get it for a super cheap price because I've never seen this book for like under $100 on eBay anywhere. So that's really cool. Alright, so I'm not gonna toss or throw, but rather place this one into frame because I do believe this is the purple lightning rod. And from the image, it did have slight damage on it, and I would hate to damage it even more. Even with the small amount of damage it had, I think this is a great deal. And that do be looking like a purple lightning rod though. Oh my gosh. Appreciate the packaging. This is gonna be a great figure. Owning this figure is gonna want me to try to invest into the other two purple metallics, the Wrecking Ball and the Eyebrow. But I'll try to resist paying for the insane amount of prices. I'll try to resist paying that insane price. But let's look at the... Oh my goodness, this is such a beautiful figure. Check this out. Check out this purple lightning rod, dude. And you know what? I don't know if it was the image quality, but the little crease on the box looks not as bad as it did in the picture. Like, yeah, it's a bit of a crack, but from certain angles, the way the light hits it, you can barely even see that it's bent. It's still sealed. The glue is not even coming loose, which is a common issue with a lot of Chase variants from this age. And of this rarity, I'm just stoked to have this for the deal that I got it at. Bit of damage on the side here, but from the front you can barely even see it, especially if it's angled like that. So again, the small nicks and damages aside, and whatever the heck that sticker is again, I don't even know where those come from. Great figure, great price. You can't go wrong here. I know I said a part of completing my collection was not getting chase variants, but if I'm going to get them, I might as well throw them in these hunting videos anyways, because hey, it's a great deal and I want to put this out somewhere. There's another great chase variant that I can add to the other super rare variants that I own. Carefully. All right, so this one is kind of my bad. I opened this one off camera, but it's kind of a good thing that I did. It's the Egg Bobber Airstrike, and as you can see, it's missing its dang feather from the top of its head. And that's a good thing that I opened it beforehand, because I messaged the seller. I told her, I was like, hey man, and no feather. So what are we gonna do about that? And she actually dug through her collection of stuff and she found the missing piece and she sent it to me. So I'll have to glue that back on there in just a few moments. All right, these next three were from that $1 a piece Facebook Marketplace listing. We got Birthday Bash, Big Bubble Pop, because I already had this character, but I said for $1, why not get it again? Then we got two more that I didn't already have. This was Scarlet Ninjini and Nitro Head Rush, but as you can see, they both are also missing pieces. Luckily, the seller had this one just in her bin of characters or whatnot. I'm assuming it was her son's characters, which I awkwardly went up to buy for $1, a few of them. But I gotta glue that one on. And this Ninjini was missing her bottle. She didn't have it, but luckily I do quite a few customs. I had a few extra Ninjinis. And this was from a normal Ninjini, but the bottle is the same color on Scarlet Ninjini. You can see here that it's the same bottle as regular Ninjini, so I can just glue a normal one on and it'll be brand new. Turns out this episode is just going to be Skylanders gluing in 2020 because everything I get is just broken. Alright, and this is the last package that I impatiently opened, but it is the prototype Ember. Let me take it out so it's not all annoying. Alright, annoying plastic to the side. This is the prototype Ember, straight from the factory. 17 bucks. A little pricey, but when you think about it, there's only a few of these made in the world. So it's actually not a horrible deal at all. And although this is cool and all, I have something that can make it a lot cooler. Here with me today, I have a brand new sealed Ember in the box. The tape has never been cut on the side there. This is a sealed Ember box. So the plan is swap these two out by opening it from the bottom. It is a bit damaged on the bottom, but no big deal. This Ember was actually from a huge lot that I got in part 2. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. But yeah, it just kind of worked out how I already have one sealed. And I'm gonna put this prototype in there. I know prototypes don't typically come in the box, or if they come in a box, it'll be a prototype box. But I still figured it'd be cool to insert this into here. And also the fact that this prototype technically isn't a part of completing my collection, I just figured I'd throw it in this video anyways instead of making a sole video just about this prototype. Also, check out the straightness. This is the straightest Ember sword you might ever see. And I'm gonna take it out and ruin its straightness, but whatever. Alright, and when doing it this way, the prototype Ember is sealed in still a taped box. Just a cool thing to have in a collection. Personally, I've always wanted a prototype figure, and having it in a box like this is just something really cool way to display it. You can get rid of this, just an extra Ember figure. Actually, I might not throw it in a bin just because how straight the sword is. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. I might use it for a custom, most likely. Now on to the unopened packages. With all the open stuff out of the way, this really only leaves this to be one of two characters, and because it looks like the smaller package of the two. I'm gonna guess this is Terabyte. Take it out here. Oh wow, I was wrong. Tis Frino. Eventually I'm gonna need a second Frino to create the flip-flop Frino custom from Lost Islands, which I'll do sometime in the future. But for now, nice figure out of the collection. Man's just a fly hater though, let's be honest. Alright, this one's gotta be Terabyte. Specifically, Terabyte the Sidekick from SSA. Now I do have, oh geez, paint job on him is atrocious. I do have the Trap Team version, just one of the Sidekick version with the green base, as I do with all the minis and Sidekicks. This one looks like he's been beaten up with a few other characters. No big deal. I could always touch that up if I really cared, but I probably won't because it's not a huge deal. But yeah, I got the Frito-Lay Sidekick there. The only one I'm missing now from Frito-Lay, the original SSA Sidekicks, not the giant Sidekicks, is Gilrunt, which I'm sure I'll get him in the near future. I'm going to be very careful when I bring this one into frame because it sounds as if there is little to no packaging surrounding the figure in here. And I guess that kind of gives you a hint that it is a chase variant in the box. But anyways, don't want to damage it more than what I assume it's already pretty badly damaged from shipping. But let me welcome you back to another episode of not really completing my collection because this isn't considered part of my collection. But I don't want to make a separate video about just this one figure. Episode like 5. Anyways, I can see from the top here that they literally just threw this in the box with no packaging, and it is the Flocked Green Stump Smash. Series 1 Flocked Stump Smash, and for it not having any packaging, like bubble wrap, nothing, this is still in pretty pristine condition. It's got a little nick on the bottom, but it came with this nice protective wrapping on the top here that I'm gonna leave on there, because even though it looks a little stupid, it's still gonna protect this figure quite nicely, or at least the top of the backing card. I'm honestly just overall amazed by the condition this figure's in, considering it was a 2011 Frito-Lay promotion. Was it Frito-Lay? I believe it was Frito-Lay. And through all the things I can imagine it's gone through, it is still in a near mint to mint condition. Super sweet. Awesome to add to my, well, my chase variant collection, not my main collection that I'm actually going to do my best to complete. So firstly, my bad for this episode sort of being filled with a bunch of chase variants and not actually ones I needed for my collection. But that about wraps up Skylanders hunting in 2020. I will be continuing this series in 2021 until I am fully completed with my main collection being all variants, any Series 2, Series 3, any forms of a figure, as well as the core itself. So stick around next year. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. Peace.